So we will continue our discussion on propositions and a quick recap on the definition. What is a proposition? It is a declarative statement taking the truth value true or false, but not both. So the first order logic focuses on declarative statements followed by propositions, and we don't look at other statements that we come across in natural language, in any natural language, such as imperative statements, interrogative statements, exclamatory statements, and so on. The reason is, in an argument, in particular in a logical argument, we want to make sense out of that argument. And to make sense out of that, one has to associate a meaning to it. Does that statement convey the truth value true or false? Suppose we start associating truth value to each of these statements, and now when you look at a paragraph, which is basically a collection of statements, one can associate a truth value to the paragraph. Now you look at a section consists of paragraphs. Now based on the truth values of each of the paragraphs, one can talk about the truth value of the section. Slowly you can talk about the truth value of a document. So keeping that in mind, we started off with the fundamental one, which is a proposition, and that's precisely a declarative statement taking the truth value true or false. Couple of more examples. Suppose I say this, it's a declarative statement. A cross B is precisely GCD of the product of GCD of A comma B and the LCM of A comma B. And DM is a classical subject, and the Pentium processor belongs to the Intel family. 5 cross 4 equals 31. Please note, when we say true or false, the truth value, if we associate true, it must be true always. So it must be independent of the context insensitive. So which means it should not depend on the context. The other example we have seen, say today is Monday, and it is context dependent. It depends on the day of the week. If you look at the statement on a Monday, then the statement is true, and if you look at it on some other day, the statement is false. So which means the statement can take both true and false. So it's a declarative statement. Because it is taking both, we don't categorize them under proposition. And if you look at this, and this is true for any integers, and so we say this is true always, and this one, and if you ask say a CS scientist, or if you focus on the set of all CS scientists and ask this question, then suppose everybody says DM is a classical subject, then we say true. And if you see that some are saying classical, some are not, then it is not. So it depends on the context. And this is true always, and this one is false always. So this is false, this one is true, this can take true or false, and this one is true always if you restrict to, say, set of positive integers. Now this is a proposition, this is a proposition, this one is a proposition, this one is not. Okay, and so as part of our discussions on logic, we are not interested in specific statements, something like Pentium belongs to Intel family, 5 cross 4 is say 31, and things like that. For us, statement could be anything. It is not just the statement, we are interested in the statement and the meaning associated with it. So for us, the meaning is even more important than the statement itself. So I will bring in the first level of abstraction. So I'll bring something called variables, in particular propositional variables. So I don't want to write things like this. Instead, I want to use labels P, Q, R, and so on. For example, this one is P, this one is Q, this one is R, this one is S. So we want to bring variables